Welcome to Spinalonga Island, a place steeped in history and rich in culture. Join me as we embark on a journey to explore the captivating stories that echo through the remnants of this unique island in Crete. Spinalonga, once a Venetian fortress, later transformed into a leper colony, has witnessed centuries of tales. In order to understand the history of Spinalonga, we need to have a look at the unique history of Crete. By the year 70 BC, Crete had joined the Roman Republic after the Mithridatic Wars. By 14 AD, Crete had joined the Roman Empire at the death of Emperor Augustus. By 300 AD, Crete was part of the district of Galerius as Caesar. By the year 395 AD, Crete is part of the Roman Empire Eastern, under Emperor Arcadius, aged 12. As we wander through the street, notice the intricate details of the architecture. A blend of Venetian, Ottoman, and Cretan influences. Each stone tells a tale of the hands that shaped this sanctuary. The 7th century, when Arab raids left this island desolate. Olus, the nearby town, which is now underwater, stayed abandoned until the mid-15th century. It lay dormant until the 16th century, when the Venetians seized the location. It was during this period that the Venetians initiated the construction of salt pans in the shallow and saline waters of the Gulf. As a result, the area gained economic significance, leading to its inhabitation. The Venetians, responding to the escalation of the Turkish threat, especially following the fall of Constantinople in 1453, and persistent pirate raids, found it necessary to fortify the island. In 1578, a notable engineer designed the island's first fortifications on the island, on the north and south sides. During its prime, the Venetian Spinalonga had 35 cannons for defence. In 1584, the Venetians continued to enhance Spinalonga's defences. Additional fortifications crowned the island's summit, extending its firing range and solidifying its reputation as a siege fortress. Alongside Gramvusa and Sauda, Spinalonga stood as a vital bastion in the Mediterranean Sea. During the Cretan War, Spinalonga became a haven for Cretan refugees and rebels. The Venetians occupied the island even after Crete fell to the Ottomans during the Cretan War, which was from 1645 to 1669. However, the Venetians lost the island during the last Ottoman-Venetian War. When the Turkish seized the island, they also took captive of its 600 inhabitants. The Muslims destroyed many of the Venetian houses, building new ones on top. The Ottomans had control over the island until 1878, when the Cretans revolted. Coming to the end of the 19th century, Spinalonga had become a prominent trading outpost. It had a population over 1,000, hundreds of homes, and numerous shops. Today, sadly most of the Ottoman market is in rubble. Some of the buildings have been restored with small exhibitions inside each one. At the turn of the 20th century, the Cretans took Spinalonga and it joined the rest of the independent state of Crete. Only 5 years later, Crete joined Greece and Spinalonga became a Greek possession. The Battle of Crete, also known as Operation Mercury, took place during World War II in 1941 and only took 13 days. German forces launched a major airborne and amphibious operation to capture the island of Crete. Despite initial Greek and Allied resistance, communication failures, tactical hesitation, and German reinforcements led to the fall of key positions. The defence showcased the first large-scale use of German paratroopers. The battle's outcome impacted subsequent airborne operations, reshaping the Eastern Mediterranean theatre. This battle led to the Axis occupation of Spinalonga in 1941. On the island, the lack of food and necessities affected the island's life. Several people died because of the lack of food and medicine. The last man to leave was a priest. He didn't leave the island until 1962, in order to maintain the Greek Orthodox tradition of commemorating a buried person 40 days, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years after their death. Looking back at the history of Spinalonga, we can see it has had a very intriguing grounding history, with the Romans, Arab raids, Venetian additions, Ottoman rule, occupation, and finally as a leper colony. Now the site remains as a UNESCO World Heritage Site with open doors to visitors. If you found this video informative or entertaining, please make sure to subscribe and like the video.